Hi, this is David Marsh with eMiniTradingStrategies.com. This futures trading video, we're going to try to take a nice one and done trade. We just opened up here just a few moments ago. We had a no zone here, so we could take the first NSC out of no zone if it turns back around and gives us a short trade. Our long-term filter's been long since the pre-market, so we could take a pullback trade. In fact, if this market moves up a little bit higher, we will take a pullback trade. We may see a little bit of resistance here at 1080. So if this thing turns right back around, I'm going to take the NSE. And again, I could take a pullback trade here. There's definitely room to make some profit, and it could be a profitable trade. But one of the downsides is if I take the pullback, that's a long trade. Definitely going with the trend, that's a plus, right? But the first NSE coming out of no zone is a high probability trade. So, well, pullback trade canceled anyway, so we'll see if we can catch a short normal system entry, and if we can, we'll try to take that down for, we're going to go for 6 ticks. See if we can make a nice quick point and a half, wrap it up early, and go from there. However, we are quite close to going into no zone again. We may see some resistance here at 1080. Hard to say at this point, but we may go into no zone again. And at that point, we would be looking to take a pullback trade when one presented itself, just like we did yesterday. So, unfortunately, I've not been had a lot have a lot of time to trade lately. I emailed everybody and going to be having surgery next week. Nothing too serious, but serious enough that I won't be able to trade for a while. So, trying to do a couple videos for you guys, and I'll be around with my laptop in bed, answering emails, of course. So, no worries. But either way, let's go for the pullback trade and let's get this order in here because the market's moving and it's not going to wait for us. So 79 and a quarter is the pullback entry. Notice we're back in no zone. Okay, one of my rule sets put us in no zone. So we're not going to take a short NSE. We're not going to take any NSE for that matter while we're in no zone. So the fact that we're having a nice trend up, I definitely want to go for the pullback trade, 79.50. But let's go ahead and pause the video. We're gonna run out of time really quick here. So let me pause the video and we'll come back when we get filled or we get close to getting filled, and then we'll come back. All right, we're back. The pullback canceled. We're in for another pullback here at 80 and a half. If that one cancels again, we'll probably stop the video. Try to figure out how much time is left. So we're looking to go long 80 and a half. One thing I haven't done in a while on video anyways is place an EET trade. So if we get a canceled pullback trade, we may take EET. That's the early entry technique. But because we're in no zone, here we go. Well, our pullback trade is triggered. It's touched the price, so we're not going to cancel now unless it touches its target, which is 81.75. So if price goes to 81.75, we cancel our pullback entry. If we're not, well, we're filled. Doesn't matter. But why would we cancel? Because the trade's over. It did its thing. That would have been if it had touched 81.75 and we weren't filled. I say that a lot because a lot of students sometimes will see a pullback, they don't get filled, and it hits profit, and they keep their pullback entry in there. That's not the way to trade. When a trade is completed, it's over. If you missed the boat because you weren't filled or weren't enough prints at that level to get filled on, well, that's just too bad. That's the way it is sometimes. And you cancel your order and you wait for your next trade. There's plenty of opportunity out there to place a trade. Okay, so we're long the pullback trade. We are getting low on time. Time is limited when you're doing videos, and especially when you're doing them in high def. So we'll see if we can get another quick bounce up here to 75 and see if we can jump off with a nice 4 tick target. Be our one and done for the day. It's heading in that direction, but it's you got to stay focused. You got to stay disciplined. And the one thing I teach my students is, don't panic. Sometimes you'll take a losing trade, and then when you get a good trade, you want to get out early just because you want to lock down some money. That's not the way to go. You let the trades cook, let them do their things. Same thing here. Our profit target has been hit, but we were not filled. So in any event, I moved my stop loss up, had NinjaTrader do it, took my stop loss to entry. I don't want to lose on this trade now. Once it hits its profit, I don't want to lose on a trade. So I'm either going to get filled up here with profit, good for me, or if it comes back down here and stops me out, well, I'm not going to take a loss on the trade. Okay, so once I've got profit, I take my stop loss up to entry. That's the way I trade. I mean, of course, I'm hoping we get filled. It's one less trade I have to take. I can be done for the day. If you're a small contract trader, 2 contracts, 3 contracts, and you've made your $100 or your $150, it's within 7, 8, 9 minutes of the opening bell. Not too shabby. If we get stopped out even, we got to wait for the next trade. It's the way it is. So kind of need to pause the video here soon, but it's hovering around here. We shouldn't be in this trade much longer. It's either going to touch down here and we're going to jump out, or it's going to bounce back up and we're going to get filled. Okay, we jumped out even on the trade. So it did hit profit. We were not filled. So we took our stop loss up. We got even. So let's stop the video and we'll try to catch one more trade on the next video and then wrap it up for the day.